Hello, my name is Chuck Williams, and I am super excited to share tonight with you. We have Christie who's going to share with you. She is an RN. Christie, why don't you start by sharing a little bit about your background and then just dive right into your presentation. When you're finished, we're going to have some testimonials from some people that just experienced the 11-day shred health reset. So Christie, it's all yours. My pen and paper are ready.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for that very, very warm welcome, Chuck. And I have to say good morning or evening, depending upon where you're joining us or if you're watching the recording. But I am completely honored to be on this call today. And as Chuck had mentioned, my name is Christie McCarthy. And yes, I am a registered nurse by trade, but I have a little secret. I'm a serial dieter. I have tried everything: paleo, keto, Whole30, anything that starts or ends with an O, I have tried it. And every single time that I changed diets, the weight came back. So I really needed to have a lifestyle change. So due to my medical background as a registered nurse, I've seen a lot of crazy things regarding people's health in the hospital, out of the hospital, all over the place. And most medications prescribed really are masking the true issue, not ever fixing the root cause. And so as a nurse, I became a little tired of pushing pills. Let's just be frank. So I stumbled upon this when my father had stage 4 cancer and needed a better nutrition source other than the sugar-laden foods on the market today, since of course cancer metabolizes sugar. And I researched it heavily. My dad was a chemistry and physics teacher. My mom was a home economist. So I had science and food with nutrition in my background, and I grew up on a farm. So I understood the importance of nutrition. And so I looked at the university studies, the peer reviews, and really what I found changed my perception of why people gain weight, why diets don't work, and the whole yo-yo back and forth that occurs. And so I have personally seen people's lives change just by getting better nutritionally dense foods and by detoxifying their bodies. So really, I guess when you experience a miracle yourself, it's hard not really naturally just to share it with everybody. And so what I'm going to do tonight is, in this quick little 10 minutes or so, I'm going to explain the benefits of a healthy diet, why it doesn't have to be so hard to achieve the long-term health that everyone's looking for. And really, I just want to share the excitement that I have. The group's going to share their excitement because we just finished an 11-day cleanse, which was so much fun and so exciting. You're going to hear about that later on. But basically, through this system, we can guarantee you to lose 7 to 15 pounds of unwanted fat. Nobody likes that word, right? In just 2 weeks, if you just follow this system that thousands of others have already done. If you prove us wrong, you're going to get that system for free. So just listen in, see if this something might be for you as opposed to all these other diets. So as you see on this slide, as the saying goes, you really are what you eat. You see on the left all the nice healthy food choices, and on the right, all the yummy food choices that are really not good for our body. And so now we're producing these foods that are increasingly tasty, but decreasingly nutritious. And where does that lead us? We're becoming a generation of malnourished people, an epidemic of disease. We're constantly tired, mentally drained, overweight, stressed, chronically inflamed. And as a result of these poor diets, diabetes is likely to be the biggest epidemic in human history. And often, as you know, if you know anything about type 2 diabetes, it can be prevented. So in an article from Scientific America, again, you know, I like research, but it states that because of soil depletion, crops grown decades ago were much richer in vitamins and minerals than the varieties most of us even get today. So we also hear about breeding new varieties of crops to get a bigger yield, pest resistance, climate adaptability. All these things our food is supposed to be able to do to get the crops bigger and for them to grow more rapidly. And so now we have these foods that are large in size. I just saw this humongous watermelon at the grocery store tonight and thought, oh my gosh, how do they grow these things? But they're full of toxins and they're even less nutritional value in them than what they were years ago. So I've read every article I could ever find that showed me, how do you eat healthy? How do you lose weight? How do you maintain that? And just like everybody else, putting that into practice can be difficult and hard to maintain. I need a roadmap. The biggest part of getting healthy is really having that sustainable lifestyle, something that you can continue on that incorporates the best nutrients, exercise, and it is going to require some mental focus. But by eliminating the toxins that have been built up in our bodies because of things we've done in the past, our lifestyle, and by feeding the nutrients that the body needs to regenerate the healthy tissue, that's truly where the miracle happens. The body heals itself. But let's face it, folks, it can be an uphill battle, and every industry is against you achieving it. If you sit down and watch a TV show, it's like every other commercial. It's fast food, junk food. You know, I'm not going to name names or anything like that, but it's filled with sugar, high carbs, empty calories, trying to get you addicted to their food. Otherwise, you see pharmaceutical commercials all about fixing something with 50 bajillion disclaimers that create all these other problems you need other medicines for. But here's a clear example of a study that I came across showing over 300 industrial chemicals being found in newborn babies' umbilical cords. We're not even giving our kids a fair shot. At least as adults, we have choice what we put in our body. These little kiddos don't at that point. They're starting out with those chemicals before they even have a choice. And so these chemicals build up in the body and they're not being eliminated. This is one of my absolute favorite slides. I'm going to get a little sciencey on you, but it helps to really understand, I think, how the body works. So our bodies are constantly being deprived of the fuel that we need to operate our organs properly. And the foods that we're eating are part of the problem. So we need to help support the body to help it eliminate these toxins naturally, whether it's coming from your food, from the environment, maybe where you work, all these different places you pick up these toxins. This is the reason for the full body nutritional cleanse, our form of intermittent fasting. So these toxins harm the body. They can cause cancer. They cause your cells to mutate. And your body knows this, and it's trying to eliminate them, but often it can if you're not giving it the right things. And so what science discovered in 2005 in an article that was published in Newsweek is that the body harbors these toxins in your fat. So when we go on a traditional diet, we might be losing weight, right? We're shrinking our fat cells, which releases these toxins. And that's what you're seeing at the top of this slide. So these released toxins, which were basically, if you can imagine it being enveloped with a piece of fat, the fat comes out and your body is left with all these toxins and your body's smaller. So that's typically where you plateau on the diet. And then if you stop dieting, you increase your caloric intake or change what you're doing, your body has all these toxins still here that says, what do I do with this? Well, I'm going to create fat and I'm going to cover it again. And that's where typically people tend to revert to the yo-yo dieting and gaining of the weight. So the traditional diets don't really work because they can't get rid of the toxins. So again, these are being picked up and distributed around the body. And so basically what you're looking at here on the bottom part of it is if you never get rid of those toxins, never lost those weights, then you're going to gain that weight back. And that's that yo-yo dieting. So I started to understand the whole idea of the nutritional cellular cleanse, which is literally just some botanicals that go and fortify the organs to help the body to release those toxins through urination. And so you see at the bottom of this slide, the same person, the fat is gone, but if we can remove those toxins, the body doesn't have to basically build that fat back into it again. And so this is really interesting. So the top left photo here, this young lady weighs 123 pounds. You see her at 132 and you see her at 137. And this is why I say weight doesn't mean everything, okay? So in these pictures, would you say she looks better shape weighing more? At the bottom, you see why. So 5 pounds of fat, this fat, you see this little clump of yellow stuff here on the left. 5 pounds of fat is way larger than 5 pounds of lean muscle. Plus losing the fat is going to allow you to release those toxins. Remember, the process, don't watch the scale as much watching how you look in the mirror or really the inches that you lose as well. Your clothes might get a little bit looser. You may stay the same weight. You may even gain some weight. That's okay. But when someone does tell you they've lost 5 or 10 pounds of fat, you can see here it's a huge, huge deal. On the right-hand side, this article on the right was published in several peer-reviewed scientific journals. And I'm not going to get, again, too sciencey on you, but there's a couple things I want you to understand. So the Skidmore College exercise scientist, Dr. Paul Asiro, found that a balanced protein pacing, low-calorie diet that includes intermittent fasting, this is also known as a PCR, not only achieves long-term weight loss, but also helps release the toxins from the body's fat stores, in addition to enhancing heart health, reducing the oxidative stress of the body. So the study also shows that those that are not overweight or obese can still benefit from this PCR protein diet, and the body compensates by actually increasing the antioxidant production. So here's my journey. Don't laugh. Nobody ever likes to share these photos, okay? It's like looking behind the curtain. But I face the same challenges as everybody else. hectic job, lots of travel, busy family life, sports going on, aging bodies, a million other excuses. And through this simple process, I was able to lose 15 pounds, not to mention visceral fat, in a few weeks. But more importantly, keep it off. Many of you might say, by looking at my photos, oh, she really didn't need to lose a ton of weight. But I was uncomfortable in my own skin. So I was an athlete in high school and college, and I was used to a certain body type and the ability to be as active as I wanted, whenever I wanted. But with my mom bod in middle age, there was another plan there, and I didn't like it. I was tired. I didn't want to go to the gym, and depression was sinking in. I don't know if anyone can identify with me or not, but I was desperately looking for a way out that was sustainable. I needed something simple. And as I said earlier, I had tried all the different diets, and they work for a period of time and then they don't. And so after extensive research, again, looking at the scientific journals, the peer-reviewed studies, all that nursing stuff I look at, I found this system, including the nutritional food source that they promoted, and my mind was blown. I was so happy to finally find something super simple, change my lifestyle, and I naturally shared it with some friends, right? That's what you do. You find a good restaurant, you share it with a friend. You see a good movie, you share it with a friend. And as you can see, I was able to start working towards getting my body back into shape. So here's the playbook. This is super simple. We've done all the heavy lifting for you. It's called the 11-day shred. This is going to jumpstart your metabolism from the cellular level to eliminate that visceral fat. The visceral fat's the fat that's around the belly and around all the organs. It's the most dangerous fat, all while building lean muscle tissue. So we use the 9-day deep cleansing system. It's a kickstart to detoxify your body, coupled with nutritional shakes to make sure that you're getting the nutrients and fuel that you need. In my opinion, there's nothing in the industry that I've found that meets these two criteria. I have a ton of friends of mine who are doctors, physical fitness trainers, who all poo-pooed this concept and said, you just need to eat the right food. You need to get exercise, right? You've heard this. But as I said in the prior slides, our food's bankrupt. And once I challenged them to compare the nutritional value of this food, they promised to eat with the quality of the products and put our system to the test. They were believers and converts. I might add also, it's really important, pro athletes, people that are in the IFBB competitors, use these products as well because they are sports certified to help them obtain better results. So our 11-day shred, we've created a private invitation only Facebook group, which includes daily coaching, daily workout challenges. We did some fun Zumba, healthy recipes, but really an incredible community of people with accountability with guaranteed results. It's always fun to do something with a friend tonight, right? Not doing it by yourself. So you might be asking yourself, well, what do I have to do? The first 2 days are our shake days, which is a combination of drinking a delicious, nutritious shake for breakfast and lunch, and then eating a light, low glycemic dinner, healthy snacks mid-morning and afternoon, or lunch or breakfast. You get to choose which meal you want to have. And these 2 days get your body into an alkaline state, and you will feel the difference in your energy levels immediately, or at least I did. This right here shows the amount of clean food it would take to equal the nutrition of one of our shakes. If you were to take all of this to the grocery store and price it out, I guarantee you, you're going to be spending a lot of money at the grocery store. And then the next 2 days are our cleanse days, or our version of intermittent fasting, which I know is a hot topic now. And we've been doing this since 2002. So basically on those intermittent fasting days, you're consuming about 500 calories or less. And it's a deep cellular cleanse, not a bowel cleanse. You're not going to be in the restroom all day long. And it's designed to help your body to detoxify itself. You'll have 4 servings of our Cleanse for Life during the day, some light snacks to curb any type of cravings. And this really is where the magic happens. You start to realize how you should be feeling and what healthy living feels like. So after that, 5 more consecutive shake days and 2 more cleanse days. So the combination of the shake days and cleanse days is unique and truly a game changer for your health. And the results vary, but independent scientific research shows some incredible, incredible results compared to a heart-healthy diet over an 8-week period of time. 56% more weight loss, 47% more fat loss, and twice as much visceral fat loss. That shows that clean eating can't do it by itself. Again, that visceral fat is what's around your organs. It increases your risk for serious medical issues like heart disease, Alzheimer's, strokes, diabetes, the list goes on. Our product quality is truly unmatched. Again, I'm a researcher. I've looked at this. It is really all of the good and none of the bad. Again, it's important to note here in the bottom right corner, it does show you the informed sport there. So everything's safe for professional athletes. We have a few on our team as well. And that means that these supplements are okay to take for professional competition. So you won't get banned for any type of substances. So this is what your new norm looks like. 2 shakes, a meal, some healthy snacks, super, super simple. I like to say that our shakes are the best fast food on the planet. All you need is water. Literally, that's all you need. And compared to what most people typically eat for lunch, or a trip to the Starbucks or the vending machine, depending upon where you work, or those snacks that you buy during the day, this is likely to save you some money. So I hope that you found some value in this information, but really, here's your challenge. I know everybody has goals. Maybe you want to get your A1Cs down, get off of the insulin, lower your blood pressure, get out of that mom bod or dad bod, something of that so you can spend more time with your kids, your grandkids. And I know life is really short. There's no reason why you can't enjoy life on your own terms. So I always say the question you have to ask yourself is it worth it? Are you willing to make some short-term changes, just a few days, for that long-term goal? If you are, please make sure you get with that person that invited you on today. Let them know you're ready to get started. They'll help to get together and put that plan in place for you to meet your lifestyle needs, get you into our shred group if you want to join us for our 11-day shred. And again, I want to thank you for the time that you've spent with us. Please do stick around. We've got some really exciting stories that you're going to hear about people going through this and the fun, and it's just been an absolute blast. So again, thank you for your time. I would like to turn it back over to Chuck Williams.
Christy, thank you. Great job as always. And ladies and gentlemen, just in the chat box, give Christy some love. That was some great information. But I got to tell you, even as great as that was, documentation, real live examples beats information all the time. So Christy, I think you were telling me your husband, JJ, had a good experience also with his recent 11-day shred health reset. Would you mind bringing him on and let him share his story?
Absolutely. Yep. JJ, are you there?
I am. Yes, I am.
So tell us about your experience.
Yeah, real quick. During, of course, the COVID, I was focusing doing the systems, and I lost, I went from 197 down to 183. I was trying to get rid of all the visceral fat. And then my challenge during this 11-day shred was really to build back muscle mass. And because of that, through that period, I went from 183 back up to 188. And I didn't gain any fat or any of that. My body, I feel fantastic. I have the energy needed, and I'm just super jacked about it. So I just tell you, anybody, take a look at this. This is fantastic.
Great job. And I personally just did the 11-day shred with the team also, and I came in at 204.4 pounds, and I got down to 195.4. So I lost the 9 pounds. That was actually my goal going in. But more importantly, I went from having to really squeeze into a 36 jeans to them being loose. And I really like the way they look and feel because I lost 2¼ inches around my waist. My wife, Diane, she's watching the 3 grandkids tonight. You might see them run around behind me a little bit. But she had an amazing transformation. And we've been doing this for a long time, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, over 3 years we've been doing this. But this was the first time she lost 5 pounds in one short period of time. And she is just floating around at a new low weight. She lost some inches, and she is fired up. It's been fun to watch her. So now let's go to CC President. CC, I know you experienced some great results in the 11-day shred. You might have a guest or two you want to introduce also. So CC, take it away.
Awesome. I love that, Christy. You are incredible. I was like, I need to take some notes on what Christy said. That stuff sounds good. Listen, guys, I've been using this nutrition for 5 years. It'll be 5 years on the 23rd of this month. And, and what I love the most in general is that over the course of these 5 years, I've really been able to maintain my 30-pound weight, 33 pounds actually, weight release from the original time that I started. I've done that. But what's beautiful of what happened for me in this 11-day shred is I just was more intentional. Right? I just was more intentional about what I was putting in my body, and it made me more intentional about when I was working out and how I worked out. And so as a result for me, I released 2 more inches. Guys, I've already released 21 inches. with Isagenix across these last 5 years. So to be 5 years in and release 2 more inches around my weight, well, let's just say life was really, really fun for Mr. and Mrs. President over the past week of the 11-day shred. Like, I feel great. I feel amazing. My energy, I was starting to feel, my energy do some weird things. And I remember saying to my husband about 4 days ago, babe, I haven't been tired again like I was, a couple months ago. So it just helped me to focus so much on the things that I know absolutely my body loves. And what I'd love to do is I'd love to turn it over to one of my beautiful teammates, Ms. Leah Ware, who also participated in the 11-day shred. Leah.
Hello, everyone. So this was actually my first 11-day shred. And when I started the shred, I was at 302 and I ended at 292. And honestly, what I really enjoyed about it is the coaching that we got through it. It kind of helped reset my mindset to get prepared to release the weight. And also the workouts that were involved, it was for every level, which I really appreciated. And my husband did it with me. And he saw some weight loss, as well as his blood pressure was lower than what it had been. But just doing it with the whole group, it just kept me motivated. It kept me going. We cheered each other on, and it was just a phenomenal time. I really enjoyed it, and I plan on doing it again.
Great job, Cece and Leah. Very proud of both of you. And I want to go to Louise Lance. She does a great job helping with our UK presentation that we do on Fridays. Louise, share your testimony. I know it was a great 11-day shred for you.
I released 8 pounds and 8 inches, and then I even went running. I started out going for a walk, and then I started jogging, and I ended up doing a 5K, and then I carried on going. I did a 10K, and I did it twice in a week. And then on the last cleanse, I stacked 2 cords of wood. So I had an incredible energy throughout the whole week. So I actually helped out with the chores, which Fred was happy about. And one of my favorite parts too was the community. It was exciting to be doing it together and refocus, and I feel amazing. So I'm excited.
Great job. Really proud of you. We're going to go to, I got so many favorites in this business. I love everybody, but my favorite couple has got to be Sam and Cindy Bartlett. He's in the 100-pound club. She's on track to get there. Their son is right there. This family is near and dear to my heart. So ladies first. Cindy, why don't you share your experience with the 11-day shred, Health Reset?
Thank you, Chuck. Yeah, this was really exciting for me. I had major surgery in February, and I've not been released to work out. So I really focused on my nutrition this time around. And with everyone working out, I was a little bummed at first that I wasn't joining in, but I ended up ending the 11-day shred, losing 3.4 pounds. And I lost 2 3/4 inches from my waist and 1 1/4 inches from my hips, which was really exciting. The first place people always notice that you've lost weight is your face, and I have the measurements to prove that I lost it elsewhere. So I'm excited to join in the next 11-day shred, since I am hopefully going to be released from my surgeon to do the exercises and really step up my game.
You've had a great game. You've done a great job. And Sam, I know you always get mad at me because we let her go first and she usually steals your thunder, but she lets you share your own story tonight. You must have coached her a little bit. So Sam, tell us what's going on with you.
Well, Chuck, is a first time for everything. So, but the 11-day shred for me was absolutely amazing. I lost 9 pounds, and I actually went to the last notch on my belt, which is pretty exciting. I didn't do any measurements this time, but that's pretty exciting. But the big thing for me is releasing the toxins in my body. I have noticed over the past several months that my body retains a lot of inflammation, so my joints hurt a lot. So for me, during the 11-day shred, I noticed that was able to, reduce the inflammation in my joints. So my elbows didn't hurt, my knees didn't hurt, even in my hands. It felt like they were swelled up all the time. But after the shred, it was so much better. So the inflammation in my body and the toxins are actually just gone.
Very good. Appreciate you sharing. Now, again, congratulations on being part of the 100-pound club. He has lost over 100 pounds in his career with Isagenix in not too long a time. I want to go to Daryl McGill, and this could be a little different testimony because Daryl did not participate in the 11-day shred we just did. He just started 5 days ago. So, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to start when the group starts. You can start anytime. Daryl, go ahead and unmute yourself and share your first 5 days testimony.
Thanks, Chuck. As Chuck mentioned, I just started on Thursday, so this is my 5th day, and I'm really excited. I didn't join in with the group, but Chuck's been phenomenal with this support in the last 4 days. I love the guy. I've known him for a long time. Starting day 5, I've dropped a little over 7 pounds.
Wow.
I feel a lot better. I have more energy. I did measure myself. I'll share the measurements if Chuck allows next week when I'm done with the 11-day shred. Next Monday will be the end. It will end Sunday night. And I'm looking forward to even better results and going from there immediately into the shake program because I have to wait 10 days before another 11-day shred. But I'll be joining the next shred on around the 1st of July and hopefully rocking it out. But I'll let you know next Monday how the totals went along with my measurements. Thanks, Chuck.
You're welcome. Proud of you. And that just goes to show you story time. I'm going to come to Duncan Driscoll in a minute. But before I do, I want to go to Margaret. Margaret, you've got a phenomenal story. And I want you to share your 11-day shred health reset experience. But while you're doing that, I'm going to pull up a few of the pictures you sent to me today because I want people to see for themselves what she's talking about. So, Margaret, it's all yours. You have to unmute yourself. There you go.
Now?
Yep.
Okay, great. Hi, my name is Margaret. I'm 75 years old, and I started the shred not just because I wanted to lose weight, but I want to be healthy. So I lost 4 pounds, and then I lost a 1/2 inch off my waist and 2.5 off my buttocks. And I also feel great. Back during the beginning of the shelter-in process, I could only walk 3 to 4 blocks around my neighborhood. By the end of the shred, I was walking 14 to 16. One day I doubled it and walked 28. So I feel great, more energy than ever. But actually, an unexpected thing happened. You see, I was born with a birthmark on my face. On the side of my face, it was about a 1 inch long. It was a dark mole. It was a good thing because I was a twin, and that's how they told us apart, because my sister didn't have one. But at the age of 40, I had a plastic surgeon remove it. He did the stitches underneath the skin, so I would look good or pretty, And so after it was all over, there remained a little hard lump on my face, and it stayed there. It stayed there forever, the same side. It never changed, and it became a permanent part of my face. Well, day 11 of the shred. Actually, my doctor called it a sebaceous cyst. Day 11 of the shred, I just happened to run my hand down my face, and I thought, where's my lump? And I couldn't believe it. So I went to the mirror, and I thought, oh my gosh, the lump is gone. But and I thought, wow, that toxin cleanse is really powerful. But actually, the lump is still there. But what happened is it flattened significantly, and after 40 years, it changed. After 30 years, I'm truly amazed. I didn't expect it. So now Isagenix I love them. They're now a permanent fixture in my life. Thank you.
Margaret, great job. Super excited about all those testimonies. And Duncan Driscoll, why don't you wrap it up? I know you've got a great story yourself, but I also want to hear from Sheila. So Duncan, over to you.
Thanks, Chuck. Well, I have to tell you, I've been exercising my whole life. Excuse me. And when I was 15, I was really a skinny kid. So I used to take weight gain. Oh, I got to pass it on to Sheila. Something stuck in my throat. Sheila Morrison, jump right in. Here it is. I think I'm back. Anyway, I used to take weight gain formulas, Chuck, to gain weight. I was so thin. And when I hit about 18, I got a little bit of belly fat on my lower abs, and I could never get rid of it no matter what I tried. and I noticed I really made an impact in 11 days. I actually took another notch off my belt. I've been using these products for 5 years, and I still dropped a notch. I'm down about 5 inches total off my waist, and I can't wait to do another shred. I'm really, really excited about it. So Sheila Morrison, if you could unmute yourself and jump in and share your story, it's fantastic as well.
Thanks, Duncan. I am 74 years old. I'm a retired commercial pilot. I have never been really heavy until old age began to set in. And then my stomach began to retain the belly fat, and I had never been able to get rid of it. My friend Christie introduced me to Isagenix. I started using the products in January, and over January and this 11-day shred, I have lost a total of 23 pounds and 5 inches off my waist. I went to the doctor on Friday for my annual checkup, and when he saw the weight loss, as well as my blood pressure numbers, he ended up taking 1.5 of my meds totally away. He said, that's what weight does for you. And then he surprised me by saying, Sheila, you're probably healthier today at 74 than you were at 62. I'm like Margaret. Isagenix is a part of my life forever.
Well, I want to thank
Thanks,
everybody
guys.
for giving their testimonies tonight, but I also want to show this disclaimer, or at least say this disclaimer. Everybody's results are different. Now, one thing about Isagenix products, they are guaranteed. If you don't have complete satisfaction, I love the way Christy says it in her presentation, we're going to get your money back for you if you prove us wrong. I will tell you this, if you'll follow the system, it always works. Now, again, it works to different extents. I thought Leah's testimony, or I think it was Leah, maybe it's Sam and Cindy, but I only lost like so many pounds, but I lost 2.25 inches off my waist. What person wouldn't want to lose 2.25 inches? So I just put a disclaimer out there that everybody's body is different, but the products are guaranteed, so you got no risk here. I do want to tell you this. Get back with the person who invites you to watch this presentation. We are real people. There are no actors, no actresses. You can probably tell I'm not a paid professional here. I do this because I love helping people. And so get back with the person who invites you. Tell them to send you a recommended cart. Now, right now, most of us are using this 11-day shred, but there are other bigger packs also that you get more product for your money. And if you're in this for the long haul, you may want a bigger pack. But get with the person who invites you, and they will customize a solution for you. So with that, I want to thank Christy for kicking us off, and all of you that shared your story tonight. We will be starting another 11-day shred as a group soon. So get back with the person who invites you to watch this and get plugged in. We want to help you succeed. God bless y'all. Have a great night. Goodbye, everybody.